Episode 1, The Difference Between Happiness and Joy. Host, Ana Malinovic, Certified Happiness Coach. Intro. Hello and welcome to the Ana Malinovic podcast. I'm Ana Malinovic, a certified happiness coach, and this podcast is a space for mindset, inner growth, personal development, and wellness. Today, I want to start with a question many of us quietly ask ourselves: why do I feel happy sometimes, yet still feel empty? And is there something deeper than happiness that lasts? In this episode, we're going to explore the difference between happiness and joy, using insights from psychology, neuroscience, and gentle biblical wisdom, not to preach, but to help us understand life more deeply. Part 1, that while psychology says about happiness, in psychology, happiness is often linked to pleasure, satisfaction, and positive emotions. Research shows that happiness is largely influenced by external circumstances, achievements, relationships, comfort, and success. Dopamine driven rewards. Neuroscience tells us that happiness activates the brain's reward system, especially dopamine, the chemical associated with pleasure and motivation. But here's something important: dopamine spikes don't last. This is why a new achievement excites us briefly. A purchase feels good temporarily. Praise lifts us for a moment. Psychologists call this hedonic adaptation. We return to our emotional baseline after positive events. So happiness, by its very nature, is temporary and reactive. And there's nothing wrong with happiness. The problem is when we expect it to last forever. Part 2, why happiness alone is not enough. Many people come to coaching saying, I should be happy, I have a good life, but something feels missing. That's because happiness depends on what happens to us, while fulfillment depends on who we are becoming. When happiness is our only goal, life becomes exhausting. We chase more. We fear loss. We feel disappointed when life doesn't cooperate. Psychology confirms this. People who chase happiness directly often report lower well-being than those who focus on meaning and purpose. Part 3, what joy really is: psychology plus Bible. This is where joy comes in. From a psychological perspective, joy is closer to meaning, purpose, inner peace, emotional resilience. Joy is associated with serotonin and oxytocin, chemicals linked to connection, trust, gratitude, and emotional stability. Joy is not an emotional high. Joy is a state of being. Now, when we look at biblical wisdom, not as religion, but as ancient insight, we see something remarkable. See, the Bible often speaks of joy as something independent of circumstances. It doesn't say life will always be easy. It says joy can exist even when it isn't. Biblical joy is described as inner strength, deep trust, peace rooted in faith, a sense of meaning beyond the moment. In other words, joy is not the absence of pain, it's the presence of purpose. Part 4, joy during difficult seasons. One of the most misunderstood ideas is that joy means pretending everything is okay. That's not true. Psychology and biblical wisdom actually agree here. Suppressing emotions leads to anxiety and depression. Acknowledging pain leads to healing. Joy allows you to say, this is hard, and I am still grounded. I am hurting, and I am not broken. This is why joy lasts longer than happiness, and it doesn't collapse when life changes. Part 5, why joy is L-O-N-G, L-A-S-T-I-N-G. Happiness asks, what's happening around me? Joy asks, what's happening within me? Joy is built through gratitude, acceptance, trust, inner alignment, faith in something greater than immediate outcomes. From a coaching perspective, joy grows when we stop outsourcing our emotional state. We reconnect with our values. We find meaning in growth, not just comfort. Closing reflection. So today, I want to leave you with this thought. Happiness is something we experience. Joy is something we cultivate. Happiness comes and goes. Joy becomes a foundation. In the next episodes, we'll talk about how to build joy daily, why gratitude changes the brain, how to stay grounded during hard times, and how to live with more peace, purpose, and emotional freedom. Thank you for being here. Thank you for choosing inner growth. Until next time, stay inspired, stay connected,